Check. Good.
Check. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear myself.
Well, you got to turn your headphones on.
Ah, that's why.
Try that. I bet you can do it now.
Rookie move. Yeah. There you go. Estamos en vivo. En vivo.
Good.
Gracias.
Boy, it's got a little heavy on that pour. Sorry about that,
Muy
bud.
especial.
Apologize. Please forgive me. Okay, let me make sure that we're over here. Click. We're good. Welcome to a very special edition of the Catholic Man Show. Adam Minahan here. Dave is not.
Sans Dave.
We have a more, well, I was going to say something. I was
Exotic?
I was going to actually say exotic. And I was like, yeah, maybe I won't say that.
Well, I say so it's okay.
Okay. Well, we have the Juan Posada in studio in front of the camera tonight. He's normally behind us directly over here. For those who actually come into our studio and see it, the first thing they say is, wow, it's a lot smaller than what I thought. And then they say, I thought Juan was like way over there. But he's just right there. Yes. So like Juan can almost basically high five Dave from where he's sitting.
At least a solid fist bump. That I can easily.
Solid fist bump. But Dave is on his 1 month vacation that he always takes in the summertime that we always give him a hard time for. And so instead of waiting for a full month, we decided, you know what? I'm just going to let Juan come on with me. We're going to hang out.
I enjoy this. Yeah,
we just started, so we'll see if you actually enjoy it.
Okay. I have high hopes.
Well,
not too high though.
Good.
Reasonably high. Yeah, David is like
reasonably high.
He's like a teacher. You know, they have like the summer off.
Right. Yeah.
Except that he doesn't have a teacher's salary. So it's like win.
Yeah, he's just winning all.
Yeah.
He's like, we can't stop winning. We must keep going.
Indeed. Well, let's toast.
Okay, well, tell them what we're drinking.
Oh, today we'll be drinking Wild Turkey Rare Breed Barrel Proof.
It's going to be spicy. It's going to be strong.
It's going to be strong, almost like me. So
we're on the Lord's team.
The winning side.
So raise your glass and cheers.
Cheers to Jesus.
Yes, so this is going to be very spicy. It's going to be very strong. It's barrel proof. It is Rare Breed Wild Turkey, like you said. It's 58.4%. It's 116.8 proof.
Ooh, it's pretty mellow.
Really?
Yeah. It reminds me of like a Buffalo Trace.
Really?
I enjoy. Medium length finish. I think especially compared with how strong the Wild Turkey regular is.
Well, this is stronger than the Wild Turkey regular.
No, I mean like the bite, the kick in the face.
Okay.
I feel like the regular Wild Turkey has a pretty strong kick in the face. This is significantly smoother than the regular Wild Turkey.
I'll have to take your word on it. I'm not a big Wild Turkey guy. I don't drink a whole lot of Wild Turkey, but they're barrel proof. I typically like because it's a very good. I actually like to make old fashions with this. I'm a big old fashioned fan with Wild Turkey. So, but it's good. It's a very decent bourbon.
Yes. My go-to cocktail for bourbon is Kentucky Mules. I was gonna say Moscow Mule, but it's Kentucky Mule. So it's just bourbon, ginger beer, and lime, and it's just hits the spot.
You know what I had the other day? I've never had it before, but it was at a Smoke. Have you been to Smoke in Tulsa?
Yes.
So they have this thing. It is cold brew iced coffee, soda water, whiskey, simple syrup, and a little bit of lemon juice. And like, it sounds pretty gross.
Yeah.
But it was delicious. It was delicious.
Huh.
And I'd never had it before.
The soda throws me off a little bit.
The soda water, me too. But it gives it this little carbonation that's actually kind of nice.
Okay.
Okay, so the reason why we're here, though, this evening is, here's the deal. Imagine a podcast was wanting to give away $500 worth of dad stuff, of Catholic dad things.
555
Imagine that. And then imagine entering it and winning. And then not telling us where to send the stuff.
Nada.
This is what has happened.
Silence.
We have not been able to deliver on the Catholic Mantra Father's Day giveaway, which was the Yeti cooler, with the Yeti Rambler, with Catholic Mantra Glencairn glasses,
the coasters, the wood, hand carved,
the plank, the case pocket knife,
books,
Guadalupe, from Catholic Answers,
books,
three Catholic Answers books. I mean, we had a ton of stuff. We had $500 worth of stuff. We were trying to give it away, and you guys wouldn't take it. And so, we are going to announce a new winner for that, and then also one of the walnut plank flight boards and 4 Catholic Mantra Glencairn glasses for the secondary winner. Irma never responded, so we're going to give away one for the grand prize winner. We're going to give one for the second place winner, and then we're going to announce a winner for our $25 and up patrons. We're going to give away a hardback copy of the Summa Theologica, and then we're going to give away a Catholic Man Show hat to any $10 or one of our $10 patrons. So we're going to give a lot away, and then I don't know, maybe whatever you're going to say next will be, or whatever topic you may want to talk about while we're here.
Okay,
we'll see.
We might as well. Yeah, I'm very excited about giving away that Summa Theologica, because it's almost like you're bestowing on somebody's you don't have the excuse
to say the Bible, the Catechism, and then like boom, the Summa.
Yeah, so it's like some people look at it and it's like, I just don't want to spend the money. Well, now you don't have to spend the money, and now it's in your power to actually read it. Mm-hmm. So guess what? You're out of excuses now.
Right. So, okay. So you ready? You wanna pick the two winners for our giveaway?
Yes.
Let's do that.
Let's go. Go.
Okay, hold on. Don't announce the name of it because I got to make sure we announce the right ones. Okay. So, Judy Sizemore has won the Catholic Man Show Yeti cooler and $500 worth of stuff.
My.
Judy Sizemore. We're going to email you. Please respond within a week. Hopefully you do, and we can give it to you. Otherwise, we're going to have to pick another winner. This happened last year, too. Like, it's so weird. Like, you would think if you signed up for something, you were getting all pumped about it, you would think you'd be aware of the winners.
Something tells me Judy is going to pull through. Because she has an AOL account, and if you have an AOL account, you are on top of your game. You are like dead focused and serious in your email. So Judy,
hopefully
you have a
win.
very lucky husband or father or son.
Yes.
Or you can.
Or maybe you're just being. Yeah, maybe you're just going to keep it yourself.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay, the other one is Kim McNamee. Kim McNamee won the flight board. Walnut flight board with 4 Catholic Man Show Glencairn glasses to go with it. So, I really hope you guys respond to us. If you don't, within a week, we will announce another winner next week.
And I'll still be here because David will still be in his hiatus.
Yes. So okay.
So if you want to see me again, don't answer. That's a steep price to pay.
Is this
for wanting me to see me?
Okay. Juan, will you grab one of the books of the Summa Theologica so that way just people can see it, so that we know that one. This will be my copy. But I'm rolling around right now, all across the diocese, or all across Tulsa. Sorry, that's just habit of saying diocese. with 10 copies of the Summa Theologica in my car. So the Summa, St. Thomas Aquinas, there's 5 hardback for the complete set. You will get all 5. It's around $225 to $250. We're going to send it to you for free. One of our 25 or up Catholic Man Show patrons, if you want to support our show. Listen, we give away stuff all the time. Jim just gave away a gift box full of Catholic Man Show stuff. Without, he just did it. We didn't know about it until afterwards, which is fine. We're going to start doing that more regular. We just start sending stuff to you guys. So,
yeah, that's the thing. When you have so many initiatives throughout time, you accumulate all this stuff in your closets, and it's sweet merchandise, so we might as well share the love.
Okay, number 62 is the winner. So let's see who number 62 is. Number 62 is Denny Hahn.
Oh,
Denny Hahn has won. And he is okay, so he's out of Georgia. And he's been a patron for quite a while.
All right, Denny.
So Denny
Congratulations.
wins. Denny wins. There's no hats in here. I was going to grab a hat. I should have been more prepared. So Denny won the Summa. I will let him know. He will definitely respond. I know this to be for sure. Okay, so 100 and then 190 is where we're going to go. So 190 there. So we're going to generate 178. Ooh. 178 is Joey McGarrah. Joey McGarrah. We're gonna send you. He's out of Arkansas. Good old Arkansas boy. We're gonna send you a Catholic Man Show hat. We're gonna send you the camo one. I think that's appropriate. Oh,
yep.
I forgot that we're actually
15 minutos, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot that we were actually doing it. Okay. Well, we're not going anywhere. We're just gonna keep going. This is not gonna be on the radio, so we don't have to worry about breaks, which is nice. We have given away everything that we were planning on giving away this evening. Jim is just waiting for us to give this stuff away. It feels weird not saying we'll be right back.
We'll be right here. So don't change the YouTube video. There you go.
Thanks, dude.
You want to have an intro?
No, I feel like we're good. We're just going to keep rolling.
Yes. No, but the Summa, it is... when I was in the Deco Information program, we just had extracts of the Summa, and the way it's structured. You have the initial argument and then all the counter arguments, and then I respond. So as you are reading it's funny how you start to think more about what would be any refutal about other things around your faith, right? Just because you have been reading in that format for so much, the next time you talk about any topic with somebody, you'll think like, "Ooh, what's the first counter?" And David loves to do that. He would think of what's the first thing I can argue against this, and he does it. So I'm really excited for Dan to grow in his faith, not only from what he learns in the Summa, but just that mentality of thinking, how will I defend this that I just learned?
Yeah. So that'll be sweet. That'll be pumped. Okay, so we have given away everything that we were planning on giving away. I didn't have any other items of action items to go through this evening. But Juan, you don't get a chance to be in front of the camera and have a microphone. Well, you normally have a microphone with you, but you're not normally in front of the camera. So I will here's the deal. I'm used to Dave as a co-host.
Indeed.
So I'm used to passing the baton and seeing where this goes. This is not uncomfortable for me. This isn't something that's abnormal for me.
Indeed.
Or irregular. So if you maybe you don't want to, but if you have anything that you want to say or discuss, I'm open to that.
Well, I will start by giving a
72-minute lecture. Please be quiet, and we will begin.
On temperance. I took notes from when Father Aquinas Gilba was here, and I know everything about temperance that there is to know. But you should see that episode. It's one of my favorite episodes. No, I think it's a good time to talk about the campout that's coming up.
Okay.
In Clear Creek Monastery. My grill is getting a sweet upgrade. Yeah, an upgrade so that I can cook more food. And I'm very excited for that. Our buddy Gordon, who is a supporter of the show, is doing so. So the cooking is just going to get even better. We think it wasn't possible.
But you really do.
But it will be. And then
we haven't opened up the registration yet. So those who are listening right now, if you go to thecatholicmanshow.com, about the show somewhere, one of the tabs has a camp out. You can go, you can watch last year's video and everything that we do. Nothing has been opened yet. The spots have not been filled because I'm not opening it until probably next month, because the thing is if I open it now, everybody would sign up and then you wouldn't be serious about it and you would cancel because you wouldn't plan correctly.
Yeah.
And so that's what we're doing.
But we do have a date. It's the last weekend of September.
Yes.
So if you want to put in your schedule, pencil it in, ask for the vacation time, you should do so. Mm-hmm. And then camping, we're going to have the diocesan camp out here at Roberts Cave State Park. So I'm really excited to connect a lot with nature this summer, and to have a chance to enjoy the silence. I just finished reading The Power of Silence by Cardinal Seurat. And he talks about silence. The common definition would be the absence of noise, right? But how much about silence is just really the disposition that we have with our environment and in our relationship to God for that inner dialogue. So 3 days ago, it was raining and I was trying to sleep and I could hear all the rain outside and all the crickets and all the frogs, and I just felt like I was in silence, even though there was plenty of things going on around me. So I look forward to that opportunity in the campouts and just connecting.
Yep. Sweet. Me too. I mean, the campout's one of my highlights every year.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things that we do.
I think it speaks to the success that the show has had, in as much as when we love doing something like this episode, a conversation, camp out, we do it with Seal, and everybody just happens to come along. Mm-hmm. Right? Like if somebody would ask us, hey guys, why don't you put together a conference? Conference sounds stressful. Sounds like it wouldn't be very much fun.
It sounds terrible.
So it's like a Catholic Mission conference. I don't think it's going to be happening very soon.
No.
Because we wouldn't be enjoying it. And it would be a little bit miserable. But when we talk about a camp out, when we talk about really enjoying that type of brotherhood, we're all over it. And you're just invited for the ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to actually Deacon Garlic about this today in my office. I was talking to him about the camp out. And I said, you will just be shocked. If it'll be your first time to go, which he's coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's going to come.
Awesome.
You're just going to be shocked because there'll be men from all over the country that's coming. I think we had 12 or 13 states represented last year.
Yeah.
Probably about the same, maybe more this year. But they're all they all get here and you almost instantly all become friends. Because the foundation is already there. The foundation is in Christ. The foundation is in our religion, our beliefs. And so you automatically see people for, the first time in a year or 2 years or 3 years. And it's like a big hug. Thank you. It's great to see you. Then you get new people in here. And it's just the camaraderie and the friendships that are built, the food that, around the dinner table, proverbial dinner table, because we don't have one, but being around with the monks, praying, it is just a spirit-filled weekend that is one that's hard, I don't think it's replicated anywhere else.
I mean, it's incredible to get past so many layers of like social constructions that we've had.
Mm-hmm.
When you are getting to know somebody and you're going to like small talk and doing this, and really after the third or fourth time you've hung out, you can actually start sharing a little bit of yourself. You're in this position where you've longed for camaraderie around Christ and sharing struggles and getting advice, and you can just cut the chase and go straight to it. Is beautiful. You know, we have so many people that will comment in the show, why do you not get right into topic? Why do you just get right? But we have another huge majority that says they love the first segment and they love the bantering because it's kind of like a foreseen of what a true friendship is. And that's kind of the glimpse that you can get in these types of opportunities where you have no walls up and you're just there to have a good time and enjoy, and you call your shots. So yeah, it's a
lot of fun.
It's kind of like a ministry, really. Just that weekend alone is a ministry in as much as it provides you to.
It's rejuvenating for me, for sure.
Yeah, and it provides a connection to the real, to monks, to silent meals with them, to Gregorian chant. You know, some people go to Rome and Jerusalem for these amazing experiences, which I'm sure they're really amazing. But this is very unique, and like you say, it's very hard to replicate.
Juan, how long have you been our producer? Do you remember? I mean, you've always been like a supporter of our show. You've always helped us in some capacity. But at some point, you came to us and was like, "Hey, I want to help. What can I do?" And at that point in time, we were getting into the video, and we were like, "Well, we could really use a producer."
I think I want to say a little over 2 years, maybe almost 3.
2 or 3 years. And you've been, very loyal. You've been a very good friend, helping us basically every week. You've maybe missed, out of the 2 or 3 years, you may have missed what, 4 episodes, 4 or 5 episodes.
A little bit more, but yeah.
I mean, not very many. Not very many. So, obviously, I want to thank you for that. We thank you. We try to thank you every episode, or pretty close to it.
I like it when you thank me, so keep doing it.
Yeah, so keep doing that. So we'll do that. But I'm curious, what has been one of your most edifying episodes that we've done? Like, what are some of the ones that really stick out to you? Because you've been listening for a while.
There's 3 that I always recommend people. The first one is about being a king.
Oh, the kingship episode. That was early. I think that was like episode 88 or something like that. I mean, it was
so good.
It was under 100 episodes.
So I remember clearly the main gear there was the chessboard.
Okay, that makes sense.
We're talking about kingship, and
it's so weird. Like, I forget a lot of the episodes, and then when you start reminding me, it's like, oh yeah, very clear. That sounds like what we would have done. Yeah.
And the one thing that I was so blown away by is I was always disappointed with King David, right? It's like you had it all in a lustful moment, and then things went so south, and it was hard for me to understand that. It's like you have it all going, and whenever you guys talked about, well, he was doing it in the summer, and in the summer he should have been in battle. Instead, he was, he
wasn't fulfilling his duties.
He wasn't fulfilling his duty.
And when he's not fulfilling his duties is where the temptations came in.
Yes. And sometimes it's hard for me to understand, like, oh, well, if somebody has it all going for them, there's just this one thing they do wrong and then it all spirals out of control. But no, it's the slippery slope that takes you there. It's like you're not going to get to, have sex with a woman and kill her husband by one mistake. You're gonna have to have a lot of smaller things that you let yourself carry. And then I'm thinking, I was like, wow, if he wasn't in battle at the time, what else was he like? So it brought David into a more human perspective to me, and of course, it makes it more relatable, because then you think about all the times that I should have been doing something and I didn't, and the consequences I brought on later on. So it in a way, that episode really helped me connect with the character of King David.
Were you a producer at that point? I don't think you were.
No.
No, I don't think so either. Okay.
No,
because I don't even think we were doing it in video at that point.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. Okay, so what's another one?
Well, like I was talking earlier, the one on temperance with Father Aquinas Galbo. Oh, I mean,
Father Aquinas is just legit.
Yeah.
He's a great follow on Twitter as well. You don't know anything about Twitter, but
yeah, I don't have Twitter or
Right.
Instagram or Facebook. I miss. Quick shout out to all the Council of Men in Facebook. I used to enjoy chatting and stuff, but I'm too weak, so I don't have any social media. And then last but not least, the episode we did with Dr. Malosh on the incarnation of Christ.
the
Aaron Christmas
address.
The Regensburg address, the Pax Romana, the Greek philosophy, anthropology, and then the Jewish worship, and how all of those come together. That was just also... It's a topic that was special to me and that I've been studying, so when I heard the show on it, it felt like a fulfillment. So those are the three things that I would advocate for somebody that either is just starting to listen and wants to go back, or wants to revisit. They should do that.
Very good. Juan, they want to know let's see, who was it? Noah Coley wants to know, can we hear Juan's story of how he came to be a part of the show and Juan's backstory?
Oh, my backstory. Oh my gato. Well,
that means oh my cat, by the way, correct? In Spanish.
Yeah, I tried to not say oh my god, and I switched the G with gato. I picked it up from a friend. I thought it was silly, and then I realized it's like, oh, it's actually pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, I feel like I've been somehow connected to the show from the beginning.
Because you were even like one of our first supporters of our show,
and I did the shipping. So when I started doing the shipping, that's when it got serious, because that's when you say, "Oh, is there anything going to help?" Sometimes you're like secretly hoping they say no, and you just look good because you offered to help. But then you guys actually took me up on it,
right?
And my front room was covered with boxes and tapes and more boxes for a long time. So that was our own way of offering some service and some work to the main show and to the Lord. And then it's slowly with the producer, sometimes for the topics, if you guys need some ideas or research, I enjoy doing it. And then I think the most important thing that my role, maybe more than the producer role, is I'm not afraid to give feedback. I'm not afraid to call you guys out and stuff. So
that's actually one of my favorite characteristics about like our friendship, is that you are just very honest with me and with both of us, and I can be very honest with you. And there's times that you and I have, I wouldn't say like gone fisticuffs on our arguments, but we've looked at each other. We've called each other out. You know what I mean? Like to a point where I would not call, if I didn't have an intimate friendship with somebody that I knew that they knew I'm at least coming from a place of, I care about you and this is why I'm talking to you about this. I would never go there. Yeah. But you and I, especially, I mean, I'm sure you and Dave have as well, but you and I have definitely had some moments of like, hey, bro.
Intensity.
You need
he's awesome.
You need to shape up here, or like, I don't agree with you on X, Y, or Z, or whatever it is, or that episode wasn't very good. You know why? Because out of it, you didn't do a good job. Or whatever it was. But I appreciate that. That is a mark of a true friend, because I know you're coming from a place of love. You're not coming from a place of like, I'm just wanting to slam you. I'm not giving you hot takes. Yeah. I want you to, be your best, and so I'm calling you out on this.
Yeah, with this course and this agreement, sometimes you hear so much about tolerance, and to me, when I hear tolerance, the first thing I think of is like, oh, I can tolerate pain, right? But when you're having a conversation with somebody and an argument, it's like I'm not tolerating it. I'm either leaving it and listening to you and then going back and process it. It's not something that I'm like enduring in agony. I'm just meditating and thinking that what is he saying that I'm not seeing? Mm-hmm. And it's awesome to have that kind of relationship.
Yeah. Well, and you're also very, very good at taking criticism. A lot of people, including myself, I'm one of those where you if you give me criticism, you better have your ducks in a row because I'm going to come back at you. I'm at least going to, like challenge
for a penny, out for a pound.
Yeah, I'm at least going to challenge you on it. I'm not going to just take it.
Yeah.
But you are, and I think there's some prudence involved in here. I think there's some wisdom in knowing that they're coming from a different place than where you are, and so you're stepping back from the situation internally and trying to see it from a different perspective, which is very admiring. It's not something that I'm good at.
Well, I think I do a very good job at not taking things personally.
Right.
And that is because when I was a kid, I had a terrible stutter in Spanish. Terrible stutter. And just the kids made fun of me all the time. And of course, at first, you're a kid and you're crying, this and that. But with time, you just get to relate. It's like, okay, it's whatever. It is what it is. I'm not going to take it personally because they don't know what they're doing. And that's kind of like when my mom instilled in me is like, if they're laughing at you, just don't worry about it. They don't know what you're doing. Kids, teachers. I think the funniest stutter story was in history class in like 7th grade. We had oral quizzes.
Oh, that'd be, yeah.
And up there.
Wait, 7th grade. So you're still in Colombia?
Venezuela. Yeah. So I'm there and answering my quiz, and I start. I get stuck, and the teacher dives under his desk and said, "It's a shootout. Everybody take cover." And all the students get under the desks. The teacher jumps under his desk, and then everybody starts laughing at me. And I just laugh with it because, you know what? It's pretty clever. Mm-hmm. But also, I just don't take things personally.
Yeah.
So that's a little of a background story. They wanted a background story. There is the flashback, Mr. Noah.
Matthew said he's glad to have some episodes as he binges on the Catholic Man Show. We are trying our best to get a partial indulgence for anybody who listens to more than 6 episodes of the Catholic Man Show. I don't think it's going to work.
I wonder if we should at least ask. We should at least draft a document
and say
and send it to the Vatican. You know what? Why not? If you listen to 4 of those in a row.
You know why not? Because this is me. Before working for the church, I would have been all in. Working for the church now, I'd be like, these people have plenty on their plate. They don't need some BS thing to look at.
But you know what? We're gonna make the small announcement because it's related to what he was saying, and it's gonna be part of accountability. We're working. I am working on starting to get the episodes and break them down by segments to where you have like a 5-minute, 3 5-minute segments from this one long video. So hopefully in a couple of months we'll start putting them out, and it will give you glimpses into a full episode. So that way, if you see an episode in the YouTube channel that's an hour long and you don't know if you're committed, because committing an hour is a lot of time, you can look at some clips, enjoy it, take something out of it, and then move on. So, yeah. Matthew, hopefully you can binge on some smaller videos. That way you have more time to do actual productive stuff.
Are you saying that listening to the show is not productive?
No. I wouldn't call it productive per se. I'd say maybe enriching, but productive? I don't know.
Okay, I'm not going to push back on that. I'm just going to swallow that and just move on.
Yes.
Your wife is pregnant?
Indeed, we are expecting our 4th. Son or daughter, we don't find out. We like surprises in the end. So it's gonna come.
Or in the beginning.
Sorry, what?
The end of the pregnancy or the beginning
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good point. So I have 3 boys, and
go ahead and give them a shout out so someday they will listen. And
well, I'm gonna bring John Paul II.
Who's my godson?
I am's godson. He's gonna turn 3 in a couple of weeks, and for his birthday, when he asked what he wanted, he said he wanted to come on the show. That's all he wants. He wants to come on the show and do a cheers. So we're gonna give him a little Glencairn glass and pour some apple juice or something. I've recorded several episodes of them doing the show in the living room. I don't think I've
they're hilarious.
Showed you, but it's like, so yeah. John Paul II, Santiago David is my oldest. He's gonna start first grade in Holy Family Cathedral, which I'm very excited about. And Ignacio Colby, it's gonna turn 2 in December. So that's the background. My wife and I have been married for 9 years this year. So we're already looking forward to numero 10. And we will try to go to Colombia next year to visit my parents. And while we're there, have a little escapade somewhere else to celebrate our 10-year anniversary. So I'm very excited for that.
Nice. Sweet. Well, Juan, you are always a gift to my family. You're the best that I know in hospitality.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that.
That is one of your gifts. Anything else that you want to talk about?
Well,
or
I
say?
share my. I would like to thank my father for instilling me the hospitality. When we were growing up, he worked a lot. He worked so much, and the weekends he has a lot of people over and a lot of cookouts and grills and everything. So he taught me how to grill. That's one of the few things that we actually got to do together. So I feel like he instilled me that the value of being the one that establishes, celebrations, and I try to carry it along. We have parties for feast days, and it's lovely to just look around in a house, and those moments where you see around and everybody's having a good time, and you're just there looking, soaking it in, having a drink, right, or going back and forth between the grill and just looking there and everybody having a good time. It's such a key aspect of community building that my wife and I like to be intentional in hospitality, and we invite people to ponder if something that they're called to do, but something you have to be very intentional about.
No doubt.
So thank you for my bride for putting up with all the people that I like to host. I was doing a a personality test, like a introvert, extrovert.
Yes.
Remember,
I've taken these
like 6 months ago.
Yes.
And Joan took us like, she's an introvert? I didn't. Somehow it didn't faze me, in 9 years of marriage, to know that she was an introvert and that like being around people exhausts her. And I was hosting, we had in the calendar, I was like, we're going to have one couple a week coming. And then in the weekends, we're going to have parties. And just like, then I realized like, oh, that sounds exhaustive for somebody that doesn't.
She's an introvert, Juan. You've been dating or you've been married for 8 years, and
you think I would know?
You would think you would know she is an introvert.
Well, she really is a saint for putting up with all this crazy hot mess of Venezuelan love. So, thank you, Joan. Here, cheers to you, my lover.
Way to go, Juan. We have another friend of ours, mutual friend of ours, who remains anonymous on Facebook, but he asks, Juan, when God willing you become a saint, what would you want to be the patron of?
Oh, wow. Ooh, it got me chills, man. I don't know. Well, grilling has been taken by St. Lawrence.
Right.
So that is out.
Hospitality is kind of like Saint Benedict's thing, but not that you can't have more. I mean, there's multiple like.
You know what? Yeah, let's go with hospitality. I would love to have that be a family. That is one of our family values. So Joan and I have been talking about what are our family values, and you can have 2 or 3, right? There is many things that you wish you could have, but at the end of the game, it has to come something that comes natural to you. So hospitality and that. Do you remember Mike when Mike Hernan came? He talked about like I have a way of like having a complete stranger and making him feel welcome and awkward at the same time.
Yes.
You know, I just enjoy so much having that first discovery with somebody one-on-one. A new family comes to the parish. It was such a
good description. Like sometimes, like people don't know how to handle you because they think you're so like just out. You just put yourself out there and you're all in 100%.
Yes.
And people are like, I'm not sure how to handle this. It's a little abrasive. It's a little much.
But usually they say thank you, and the next day they will be like, you know what? We had a great time.
Once they realize that you are authentic and this is just how you are, they realize, this is awesome.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it.
What's your favorite Venezuelan custom or cultural tradition? Please say yellow underwear. They didn't say the yellow underwear part. That was me.
Yes. Venezuelan what? Repeat again.
What's your favorite Venezuelan custom or cultural tradition?
Cultural tradition.
He also said, love Venezuela, pura vida.
Pura vida. Oof. You know, out of...
Pura? Is it pura vida?
Pura vida. Pura. Pure life. It's like only life, you would say. Only life. Is when you're enjoying. It's something you would say like in a beach. Pura vida.
Oh, and you should also be the patron saint of classy mustaches.
Oh.
That would have been way better.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
We have way better.
I'm so glad I can embrace it. So many people tell me, you know, I like your mustache, but I just don't think I can pull it. And I said, I'll just give it a try. Just give it a try and see what happens.
I'm just going to give it a try.
Yeah. So now it's here to stay. And but to answer the question, Venezuelan tradition. You know, I'm not going to talk about like Venezuelan food. There is a custom to toast with your left hand. And you toast with your left hand means that the toast would in the future repeat itself. So you would say toast with the left hand so that it repeats sometime in the future. So it's kind of like a hope of that longing of that friendship that, you know, there's many friends that I haven't seen in years. But you know what? The last time we toasted was with the left hand. And we hope that at some time we'll be reunited. Maybe in this life or in the next.
That sounds pagan.
Why?
Because it just sounds very pagan.
Maybe, were you thinking like superstitious?
Yes. Also pagan.
I don't know. I think if you will always be united at some time, it's valid.
I'm giving you a hard time.
Yeah. I'm not having it.
Yeah. I'm not going to have that.
So yeah, that would be it. Toast with your left hand so that it will repeat itself.
That's something that you taught me when, like, one of the first times.
Oh, and you have to look you have to look into your eyes.
Look into the eyes.
Look into the eyes and toast.
And you toast.
Yeah.
And then, that was something you taught me when we first met.
Yeah.
And I've done that ever since. Like, I realized, like, okay, well, I don't have, but the thing was, I didn't have a tradition on how to toast at that point. And I realized, well, this is one that I have not had. You know, this is a guideline. So I'm going to take it up. And this is what I've done.
So the second thing that I enjoy about thinking of things that are
you not gonna tell them about the yellow underwear? I mean, because like that's a weird comment.
That's gonna be the cliffhanger. It's gonna be a cliffhanger.
If you don't tell them about it, it's gonna be a weird comment that I made.
I'm not gonna say right now so that they have to wait until the end of the video to hear about the yellow underwear and the red underwear too.
How long have we been going?
No sé.
I don't know.
But the thing about Venezuelans is that in the culture, even when you're getting to know somebody, you don't have small talk. Which is why I'm so direct. It's like, it drives me crazy when people talk about the weather for so long.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how shallow it is to talk about the weather? It's like this. You're seeing somebody, you don't know what to say, and you look around. And you're like, yeah, sure is sunny out in here, man. Or sure it was like, it rained a lot yesterday. You know, or it's like, it's going to rain in 3 days. This weekend there's going to be a lot of rain. You know, it's in Venezuela, you don't think about the weather. Here you have like weather channels, and people have forecasts and they check them all the time. So I would say, live in the moment. That's one of the traditions from Venezuela. Just when you're gonna talk with somebody, connect, talk about something that matters. And now we're gonna go to the yellow underwear. So it's a New Year's tradition that whenever the midnight comes, if you want your next year to be successful in love, like let's say you're looking for a wife or a girlfriend, you have to wear red underwear. By the time that bell hits, the cannon goes off, red underwear. If you want to have a successful financial year next year, yellow underwear. Now, in this last few years, there's been a bunch of new colors come up, and I flat out reject them. I think they are made up. I think that we have to stick to tradition.
As if the other ones are not made up.
I don't know. Are they made up?
I know nothing about it, so other than what you've told me.
Well, I think if you are being so intentional about the one thing you wish for next year to go better, there will be a chance that it will work for you.
Okay.
It's kind of like The Secret, the power of The Secret. You know, you just draw the universe.
Yeah. The
universe draws. And yes. I think Joseph Pieper talks about that universe.
No, he does
not.
In
his treatise on cosmology.
He does not.
He does not?
He does not.
I must have misread the title then.
Yeah. It's a Spanish-English.
It got lost in translation.
Yes.
Translation, yeah. I blame it on the language barrier.
Yeah.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Okay, Juan, I don't know how long we've been going, but
well, I can't leave without also thanking you and Dave for having the dedication to keeping the show going. You know, as you can see, and the audience can see, so much of having a successful podcast or a successful, presence is just be there and be constant. Mm-hmm. Show up. Mm-hmm. Out of 300, we're gonna hit 300 in a couple of months.
Really?
Yeah. So out of those 300, it's foolish to think that every episode is gonna be a killer, right? We know that there'll be some grades, there'll be some average, there'll be some below average, but the fact that you and David are committed to keep putting out the material and doing your best to prep and just having the vulnerability to share and do it even when you are not at your A game, it says a lot about your commitment to this Catholic revival of masculinity. So I want to thank you and David. So cheers to you all.
Cheers, my friend. We're on the Lord's team.
The winning side.
So raise your glass.
And cheers to Jesus.
Say it in Spanish.
Salud por Jesús. I don't know how that translates very well.
We'll end there.
Yeah, we should have ended before that. But I would say cheers to Jesus. I would say Juvencium Jesu. Because that makes as much sense as it does in Spanish. That was fun.
Wait, Jim just said we were on for like 47 minutes. Were we really?
Well, that's fun.
I mean, it's fine. I'll throw it up.
What is this? Stream URL is no longer valid.
Well, I already canceled it.
It says we're still alive in one of them.
Oh.